I'm concerned by crime in our society today, and I myself have been a victim of crime, and so I'm aware of the impact that it can have on you.
The reason I chose to be a panellist was that I had the chance to make an influence, a positive influence in someone else's life.
I think for a panellist, it's a very rewarding experience. You can help a young person reach their potential, you can help see a young person change, and you can help see them make amends for their offence.
I think by becoming a panel member, it gives you an amazing opportunity to make an impact on the community in which you live and to feel that you're making a real difference.
Young people need to understand that it's people like their brothers and sisters, their uncles and aunts, their next-door neighbours who are affected by crime, but it's also those people who want to help them move away from crime. So it's crucial that it's members of the community who are doing this work.
I think sometimes with young people, you can get a sense that they really don't care about other people when they're committing offences. What happens is that they try to forget that that person exists. So if you go and break a car window and steal a bag out of a car, what you've done is just stolen a bag out of a car. You don't consciously want to think about the person whose wages for the whole of the week was in there, the person who's got a young child indoors that they need to buy food for, and you've now, you know, stopped them, prevented them from doing that.
Oh, mind the glass. Oh, God, I don't believe this.
Paul, can you please give your full name to the court?
Paul Bedford.
And your age?
15.
And your date of birth, please? Here at
16.
Queen's Mall Car Park, West 8. You took a grey Ford Fiesta, registration N829, to that vehicle. Do you understand that charge?
Yeah.
Are you guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Sit down, please, while the facts are now given to the court.
In court, the defence solicitor will argue the case for the young offender. The young offender is given a chance to talk, but not at any length.
This is the first time that he has appeared before any court of law.
When the young offender is referred to a panel of members of the community, they will be encouraged to talk about their offence and what effect it has had on society, on their victim.
And is extremely remorseful. His actions were entirely...
In the youth court, quite often, the lawyers tend to do all the talking for them because of the formality of the hearing. A young person doesn't feel free to speak quite often. And I think in the youth offender panels, there's less opportunity for that to happen.
We have decided to make a referral order for 6 months. I'll now read the pronouncement which explains this to you.
When I've got a panel meeting, if it's an initial meeting, I approach it with some apprehension.
Very well.
Good to see you.
You've read the report?
Yes, I did.
Good. Come and take a seat.
Although you will have had a report, you're never quite sure how the young person will relate to you.
Okay. But his mum's been quite supportive. His mother's very supportive. But
what I find particularly useful is before the panel having an opportunity to sit down with the youth offending team worker and talk through that report.
There's a new dad on the scene and there's lots of tension.
The support mechanism is very, very strong. You have a panel coordinator there who is there with you every step of the way and is always there as a reference.
Very good.
The panel coordinator is extremely knowledgeable on the whole system and is extremely supportive of our decisions.
Good. So, as you know, the victim, Jackie Lewis, will be attending. How is she?
The role of the youth offending team worker is to bring the meeting together, to supply the information for the panel members so that they can make their decisions, and also to advise them on what's available locally to help the young person.
Of course. There's been a lot of problems with her car.
It's also to make sure that the victim of the offence feels that it's a safe environment for them to come and speak about the offence.
that she has to get the bus to school with the child, and they haven't got the car back. So
Is Paul aware of all the problems he's caused? And
no, he hasn't really shown any remorse yet.
You know, I don't want any of that lip and not listening to what they're saying, and you know, they're giving up their time, and you've got to take this seriously. I mean, it's, you know.
I will.
Just like to come in and take a seat. Just
Hi,
introduce you. Well, this is Derek, he's another panellist.
Hi.
Susan, you already know.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling?
Fine, actually.
Good. What I'll do when Paul and his mum get here, I'll introduce them, and then I'll pass it over to you to speak to him if you like.
Right, yeah.
In a lot of cases, the victim doesn't have a chance to fully explore what's happened in terms of the crime and why the crime may have been committed. And often they feel it's something that's very personal.